see here. I been seeing a lot of stuff. It's really starting to be really concerning to me that they want to take our rights away and everything else in this country. And I wanted to address a couple of things. I'm fully 100% behind Donald Trump for President of the United States of America. Obviously, when people get offended, whether it's been you guys in the gaming world, offended by things I've said, done, jealousy, whatever it is, there's always some truth to it. Now, the truth of the matter is, there's a matter of opinions, there's a matter of so-called facts, non-facts, in between answers, whatever. But the one thing that's the most important of all is that we all have our views. Whether you're white, black, Hispanic, from this country, not from this country, we all have our views and beliefs. And the truth of the matter is, 90% of people, whether this is a true statistic or not, this is my statistic, 90% of people in this world don't actually speak upon what they truly believe or how they view stuff. There are plenty of people that are all for interracial relationships. There are plenty of you that are black, white, or Hispanic that are not for whites dating Hispanics and or so on, and blacks dating white guys or whatever you want to call it, right? A lot of you guys won't voice your opinion. There may be views I have that I may or may not voice. All that is not being yourself and covering up. People call others racist because of their remarks or their statements or whatever. But in the land of the free, which I believe we no longer have since the year of 2000, I believe we're in a lot of trouble here in America. And I think we have a chance to save America before it becomes an issue. Now, I'll admit, I was stupid. I voted for Barack Obama twice because I didn't believe we had a better leader coming but him. It turned out he was just another politician. What I like about Donald Trump is, sure, some of the things he said are out of line. He goes a little bit extreme. But the man has to answer to nobody. He's not a politician. He's amazingly rich. He doesn't want our money. And he knows how to make deals and make money from rich or poor, and he can get this country working again. Now, I'm not saying every Mexican, black, or Hispanic that came here illegally needs to go home or shouldn't be here. Of course not. Because some of them came here and actually did things right to become legal. But what I do have a problem with is the reason for the overpopulation here in America is that we have let too many people in here. They're taking jobs that don't want to speak English, don't care about America, don't care about their jobs. They don't want to do things better for themselves as far as, stop having 50 kids or whatever. And I'm not saying only Hispanics do that. Blacks do it, whites do it. Let me just say this. All races abuse the system at one time or another. But the fact of the matter that cannot be ignored, that there is a tradition with the Hispanic culture that where they do have lots and lots of kids, and then their kids have lots and lots of kids. Now, that does not mean every Hispanic or every person that abuses the system of that race or gender or whatever has a bunch of kids. But one of the biggest reasons why we're overpopulated here in the United States is because of Mexico and people coming from Mexico coming here and having a ton of kids and then going on welfare, etc., etc. That doesn't mean everybody that's from Mexico does it. That doesn't mean all Mexicans are bad. Okay? And there's some people that have trouble learning the language. I get that. I respect that. But at least people are trying. But what Donald Trump said is true. We do need to have control of this country. Land of the free does not mean that we could just have a free pass to anybody who just wants to walk in. We are so overpopulated. This is the reason why things are the way they are. And I can make this broken down very easily for you. Okay? That's why our crops are getting poisoned. That's why our food supply is becoming a problem with chemicals and everything else. Why do you think this is happening? You guys just think, well, it's just happening. Don't you understand? Because we're in so much trouble and this nation is dying, our own people are doing this to us because they're trying to depopulate little by little. That's why cancer is up the biggest, highest percentage in history. We have more people dying every day of unknown or incurable diseases and illnesses. We have more people becoming fat and obese. It's not because of what they eat. You could eat healthy. It don't matter. These toxins and chemicals are in our natural foods, even organic foods, because it's coming from up above. Don't you understand? Now, I'm sure there's going to be some big officials watching this video are going to be like, wow, we got to watch out for this guy. You know, he's catching on. Yeah, I've caught on. I mean, since the year of 2000, this world's changed. I remember being able to go shoot my water guns outside, day or night, and no cops came and tried to shoot me. There was no gun violence like it was today. We had black Entertech water guns back in the day. Okay? And believe me, I've got a point to all this. We have black Airtech water guns, and they looked just like real guns. They were the best guns ever. They ran on batteries. They were cool. We went out with water grenades, and we had a great time. This was before all this modern technology crap came into play. Once that happened, obviously, the whole country went down the tubes. You know, the days of mystery and enjoyment are gone. There is no more, you know, censorship and everything else. And I understand to a point there shouldn't be. But at the same time, it takes away the imagination. And, you know, I remember going with my Dukes of Hazzard car, okay, up and down the street where we had blacks and Hispanics. And nobody ever got offended by me riding my Dukes of Hazzard car or my yellow bike, my orange bike, or somebody flying the Confederate flag or waving it. You wave your flag, you wave it proudly. You want to come to this country, you want to wave the Mexican flag, go right ahead. You want to wave the American flag, go right ahead. You want to wave the Nazi flag, you go right ahead, but I don't agree with you. So, I see the Confederate flag is being taken off of shelves. They want to remove this from Dukes of Hazzard. They want to remove old episodes. They want to do this, they want to do that. What's going on here, folks? We're losing our democracy. We're losing our rights. And I warned you guys about this after the Trade Center attacks years ago. Obviously, I wasn't doing it on Twitch because it wasn't about yet. But haven't you noticed after 1999, the end of the century, how things have changed? How we've gone so far with technology and how it's made us antisocial and all kinds of other things that go along with it? It's really concerning to me. I mean, we don't have any action or adventure anymore. Corporations have taken over. People are working for less wages than they ever have. Gas prices are skyrocketed through the roof. People can't afford to live on one income anymore. People can't even afford to live on two jobs anymore because people are paying less. They're letting go because of the healthcare system that it's all broken and messed up. Basically, I see that they want us to become a socialism type country, and we can't let that happen. We need to stop the government from doing what they're doing to us. We need to take charge. We could actually have control of this nation and get our nation back, but we have to do it together. We have to do it as one. Blacks, whites, Hispanics, all of you that are legal here and that are part of this nation, we need to go there and take over. That's what we need to do. Now you say to yourself, well, they're going to kill us, they're going to do that. You know what? If we don't do something, we're going to die as a nation. You guys think that these toxins that are in the water and these shark attacks, and I know you think that the peanut butter and the crops that are getting, you know, salmonella poison and all this stuff, you think it's all just a mistake or it's just an accident. Don't you understand, America? Wake up. We're doing this to ourselves. Our people are doing this purposely. They want us in fear. Don't you get it? Everything is getting pre-set up. Now, I'm not saying every single shooting or every single activity is set up. But I can tell you this. A lot of these things that you're seeing on the news are smoke screens. Okay? They want to fool us. They want us to believe that this problem is going on, so we have to stop this. We have to get rid of guns. Don't you get it? They want to disarm us. They want us to be in fear. They want us to worry. Don't you get it? They're pre-setting everything up. Go look at the Illuminati card deck that was made in 1995. I remember buying a pack as a kid in Big Top with a couple of friends. We used to laugh about it. It ain't no laughing matter. Remember Virginia when the river was poisoned? The cards in the deck? How could that have been if it was created in 1995? The oil spills in the deck? How is that possible? Fukushima bombings in the deck. The World Trade Center bombings in the deck. The World Trade Center tower collapses in the deck. The pictures are almost the same as the images you've seen on TV. The Pentagon on fire is in the deck. Obama's in the deck. There's a lot of things in the deck. Just go watch Bohemian Grove. I mean, you got to educate yourselves. I mean, we keep sitting back and we watch what's going on, and we're losing our rights, guys. We're losing everything. That doesn't mean we have to stop everybody from coming in here, but we have to start controlling this country. Donald Trump can get this country and nation back in order. And he's going to win that lawsuit against NBC. NBC made a big mistake getting rid of him. Why? Because he spoke the truth? I'm not saying everything Donald Trump said was right. There were some racist remarks he said. But there was a lot of truth to what he was saying of how we're dying in this nation. And how we're allowing too many people in here. And how we're allowing people to just have kids and abuse the welfare system and everything else. It's not racist. It's just the truth. And his polls are up 9% since he's made these statements. Since Univision has gotten involved with him, NBC and Macy's are cutting ties. Why? Because Obama or the government made a call threatening them that they need to cut ties? We can't live in fear. We can't live in fear. We have to stand up and fight. And I know you guys are sitting back watching this video saying I'm crazy and everything else. No. I'm speaking the truth. Okay? When I tell you guys statistics or things that are going on and people that are doing these things and the types of people that are doing these things, I speak the truth. You guys don't want to hear it. All I hear is, well, he's racist, he's wrong, he's incorrect, he shouldn't be saying that. Don't you get it? We've lost several good people that actually wanted to do things right for this nation. Let's elect one more and all surround him and protect him and hope that he can make a change to America. We don't have any hope otherwise. You don't want to vote Jeb Bush or Hillary Clinton. We don't need another politician in office, guys. Wake up. He's just listed as a Republican so he can get votes in the final when he wins. I'm sure Donald Trump deep down inside would love to be an independent and get elected. But America seems to not be smart enough to elect an independent. If you guys are in belief of the Confederate flag, wave it proudly. Black, white, Hispanic, stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you believe in. There's no reason these sales need to stop. And mark my words, my next car will be orange, and I will put the Confederate flag on top of it, and I'll put the number on the side too. I'm a huge fan of Dukes of Hazzard. There was nothing ever bad in the Dukes of Hazzard episode. There's nothing offensive about the Confederate flag. And whoever's black or Hispanic that's watching this, before you assume it's racist, go look up the Confederate flag and understand that there's a huge story behind Confederate. Okay? And that has nothing to do with just white people. There are plenty of blacks and Hispanics that proudly wave that Confederate flag and stand by the nation every day. That are not racist, that don't go around burning people or hurting people. I know what you guys are getting brainwashed by the media to believe. But it's not true. And I've never waved the Confederate flag. I've never even thought of being Confederate or anything. But I look at it like, I've always watched the Dukes of Hazzard. I've always had a good time. I've always loved having that type of stuff in my house as a kid. I had the little bike. I had the car. Now today you have a water gun. A cop shoots you. And it's not because the cops are bad. They're being controlled by the government. They're being controlled by our people. And we're doing nothing about it. They want to take away our rights. They want to put censorship on pornography. They want to put censorship on certain video games. Video games don't cause violence. It's the people that don't control their minds that are causing the violence. And the government that's giving us the drugs to try to say that it controls our thoughts or controls our issues. Don't you understand? It's a multi-zillion-dollar company. That's what this is all about. These people that are committing these crimes, if even some of them that are not real, of course, we know some of them are definitely set up and fake. Okay, some of these people that are committing these crimes, don't you understand? One of them was put on Prozac, or they were put on Abilify or something. A lot of these drugs have adverse side effects, and the drug companies and doctors are prescribing them. I don't take anything like that, and let me tell you something else. Another big problem are vaccines. All of a sudden, all these kids are becoming autistic. And what are you going to tell me? It's just a coincidence? Come on, guys. Don't be dumb. Wake up. There's no coincidence here. There's no conspiracy. These are facts. These shark attacks, they're probably put something into the sharks to make them wild for what they're doing. The necrorizing fasciitis that you're seeing all of a sudden on the rise? What do you think? It's just a mistake? Don't you get what they're doing? They are setting us up for failure. And we need to do something as a nation. We need to stand up and fight this nation to get our country back. And we can do that. We can do it. We have to elect Donald Trump. We have to get our heads out of our ass and realize that politicians are not the answer. They're the problem. They're making all this money, and then they say that we're poor in this country. Don't you understand? It's making companies let people go. It's making companies go to on-call and part-time. People can't make it. And good, innocent people that are Hispanic, are white, are black, that are trying to make things right and make ends meet, that are doing things legally and correct, are the ones that are suffering the most. Everybody has a right to be privileged, of every color or race. But it has to be equal. Not one flag needs to get removed. If you're going to remove flags, remove them all. It's got to be all or none. You're going to censor certain pornography, then censor it all or don't censor it at all. I'm all for everything being open. And I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't do drugs. But at this point, since they've been smuggled in by other countries, and of course our own federal government that wants that in here, just legalize everything. Now that doesn't mean that you should be able to have a job if you're smoking crack or cocaine. You have no right, but I say legalize everything so this way we'll be out of debt in a year. It'll be millions and zillions of dollars, trillions of dollars coming in because everybody will buy stuff and the next thing you know, we'll be rich again. Like I said, I hate smoke, drinks, drugs. I despise it. I don't do it. But I get the point of just legalize everything. You might as well. How else are we going to get out of debt? I don't even believe we're in debt. But we have to do what we feel is right. You want your views, have your views. Voice your views. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Just because Donald Trump speaks the truth doesn't mean he's racist. It doesn't mean he's against all Mexicans or blacks or whites or anything. When people speak something that people don't want to hear, there's a lot of truth or some truth to it. What people don't like hearing is the truth. People love hearing lies. People love hearing cover-up. As you can see back going to the video game industry, people love to hear Patrick lie. If he spoke the truth, he would be nowhere. Don't you understand this concept? When you speak the truth, people don't want to hear it. When I spoke the truth about Twin Galaxies, and I spoke about Jace, and spoke about the administration of his company, and people that are gamers, like Zio, who's one of the biggest problems, he better hope I never meet him in person, you know, things like that, okay? They didn't want to hear the truth, so they try to censor you. I get what you're, I get there's certain things that shouldn't be said, and you have to watch what you say, but you stand up for what you believe in. If you want black pride, have black pride. You want Hispanic pride, have Hispanic pride. You want white pride, have white pride. None of it's racist, none of it's corrupt, none of it's dirty. It's about how far you go with it. Okay? People want to get married that are gay, let them. As long as it don't affect you, there should be no ban on it. Do I agree with it? No. Am I for gay marriage? No. But am I going to oppose to it and vote against it and hate people because of it? Absolutely not. Am I going to oppose banning a Confederate flag because President Obama and the government are trying to take away our rights and freedom? Yes, I am opposing that. Absolutely. We are turning into a socialism country. We don't want this. We were promised numerous things that are not going to happen. This guy, Donald Trump's got millions of dollars. He's got connections. He's a businessman. He is not a politician. This is the man that can put us back where we need to be, on top. Nobody can do this but him. We should actually be praising this, that he is here. Vote for Donald Trump. Raise your Confederate flag. Raise whatever flag you are of your choice. Not the Nazi flag. And if anything, yes, the Nazi flag should be taken off the market. That is a racist flag. Absolutely. The Confederate flag is not racist because all colors and races and origins and nationalities raise that Confederate flag in the South on a daily basis. I want to thank you for watching the show. And that's basically it. Have a nice day.